Hello everyone. Today we are doing a very special game and it is TOCA Race Driver 3. Now I'm just skipping the intro. And this is the last game in the TOCA series. It released in 2006. There might have been like a spin-off game that came afterwards, but this technically is the final TOCA game because the series got renamed after this. So the series might be much better known to people as a Race Driver Grid, which kind of blew up in like 2008 or whenever it came out. It's just a really good game, but that is more arcade. This is just hard-on racing sim. Now, it says the ultimate racing simulator, whereas Gran Turismo says the real driving simulator, but unlike Gran Turismo 4, this is not arcade. This is just straight up simulation. Now, we have some visual bugs here, so let me just switch to software mode and fix them. I'm playing on emulator, for anyone who doesn't know, and also just we are also simulcasting on YouTube. So I am just trying to see how the stream goes and just adjusting settings accordingly. Stream seems to be healthy and everything. Okay, so we can just get started. Just need to bring... okay, I just sent out the Discord notifications on all the channels. And then we can just get started. So, in game, save successful. Autosave is now enabled for profile. When you see the icon, like the memory card, do not remove memory card 8 megabytes. Well, I'm on emulator, so I have more than 8 megabytes. In memory card slot 1, reset or switch off the console. Okay. Player 1. Let's just go with something better than that. So THO. Oh, so the start button actually acts as accept, the same as X. Anyways, so we have accents. So this is for French and German, I assume. Like I see the umlauts and whatnot for the German. The nationality, we have a fair few. Okay, so we have all five of the United Kingdom ones. So we have England, we have what are they called? Like Wales is the people, Wales is the country, Scotland, Northern Irish, and then just normal drunken Irish. We have German, French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Danish, Austrian, Swiss, Belgian. Okay, we have basically most of Europe. We have Japanese, and there we go. So we do have Greek. There's almost all the countries, honestly. Any country that has had a big racing scene has had... so we have that set. Then for the driving, gearbox, we have automatic or manual. Now I do want to try manual in this game. Now the reason I'm saying that this game is way more realistic than Gran Turismo and other racing sims is that there is actual damage to everything. Like everything can be damaged, including your gearbox. In so many racing games, especially at higher levels of play, people just constantly short shift which is just flick between gears, but in reality that would just damage your gearbox. So if you do that in this game, it's just going to damage the gearbox, which will make shifting gears either harder or impossible, and then you just have to forfeit the race. So I'm going to start with automatic, but I might go with manual or manual with clutch later on. Then in advanced, we have press start button. So my analog is actually not the best, so we can see the sensitivity here. I'm just going to try slowly moving it just to show. So it goes. But this is doing it extremely slowly while using a second finger as prevention of overdoing it. But in reality, if I just move a little, just jumps a lot. So yeah, if I go halfway on the pull, we see that it does a flick and then back to halfway, like that. It's just a weird controller. Okay, so saturation, dead zone. I'm just going to make the dead zone even smaller. My analog is fine, so I can even make it 0 for ultra precise stuff, but I think I'll just leave it to 3. Then saturation just seems to make it, yeah. So this is how many bits it has, like how many steps the analog has. So I'll just leave it at max. The max steering shouldn't get affected, but what will get affected is how quickly we get to max steering and also how precise lesser steering is. So loaded zone. Is it me or did the dead zone for a second show 2? Anyways, accelerator. We have saturation. So this will, well, we aren't using analog control, so it shouldn't really matter. But let's go for this. Yeah, PS2 just doesn't have, we do have the analog stick. So right analog stick, then brake is back. Okay, so this will take some getting used to. Okay. So brake is the same, so we just want it as accurate as possible. Sadly, there's no brake and accelerate from the looks of it. Like moving it sideways does nothing. So I have to move up on the right analog stick for acceleration, down for braking. But I can't do both at the same time from the looks of it, so okay, clutch, this is fine. Gravel traps, this is, I assume what it refers to is, for example, the Motegi twin rings, not twin hills, twin rings Motegi, for example, is, okay, or that there, for example. Basically, on the outside, you have a ton of sand meant to slow you down if you go off track, and it's there specifically to make it so you just don't crash into a wall at high speeds. So I'll just leave these at off for now. Then graphics. it seems to be fine. Then we go to the real dial. Like, I don't get miles. Like, I know the concept behind them, but like American units are just awful. They make no sense. Like, whereas meters and kilometers actually make sense. They're multiples of 10 or multiples of 100 or 1000. But this is just random. Like, you have the inch, which is like from inch to foot. It is 12 inches. Then from foot to yard is I don't even remember how much, and from yard to mile is I don't even remember how much. Like, it's seemingly random. Anyways, so rear view mirror, I do want that. Rival indicators are just the pointer, similar to Forza, I assume. Then sound. We can just configure that later. Bonus. Let's not use that. Okay, we won't be using the network. So let's just begin. Finally through the intro. Okay, so it already throws us into a race.
Brake before the corner and power through it, controlling the throttle.
Okay, I just need... Okay, triangle is camera switch. I need to get used to the driving model. I didn't think it would just toss us into a race right away.
It's as important as the entry speed.
Yeah, it's a lot clunkier, but in a good way, like a realistic way. And yeah, so...
Taking a good racing line is paramount to achieving quick lap times.
And we have damaged parts, as we can see in the bottom corner. Basically everything is damaged. Almost everything. The only thing that isn't damaged
The opposition
is the driving, like the steering wheel.
over your car, giving you more speed to overtake them.
Okay, I can't even hear them because the sound quality is kinda awful.
Treat your car carefully. Crashing your car can damage it.
Anyways, didn't think it would go like this. I expected to just get going from a beginning of the race, not at like the last 10 corners. So that was bad. And there's no restart option, unlike other racing
You got a
games.
face like a bulldog chewing a wasp. You had fun though, eh? I'm Rick, by the way. Okay, so that wasn't the best driving I've ever clapped eyes on. You did alright. And you're quick enough to worry some of the other faces out there today. So you want to be a
Hey,
winner?
Boobas.
Well, I'm the guy responsible for raising your game. I'm going to bend your ear and tell you what you're doing right. And I'm going to rap your knuckles when you get it wrong, son. The office. Come on, climb aboard. Drink.
Okay. Is it Coca-Cola?
Is this what you're aiming for? The perfect racing line.
Yeah, kinda hard to take the perfect racing line when I just randomly start from a car that I don't know when it will give me control, first of all.
Maximize the use of your gears. Find the straightest line through the corners. Don't hold back. Drop the hammer to the floor.
Just...
Okay, pal. So what's next? The Clio. Small, light, and very lively.
Okay, Renault Clio.
Power to weight ratio, phenomenal. I'll show you one. It's got a
Really,
six-speed ultra-close ratio gearbox.
it's a pretty bad car on
Delivers right
paper,
under the
but in
steering wheel.
reality it does perform
Great
pretty
fun.
decently. It can actually
Old school
outdo
racing generates classic
high
battles for
profile
drivers.
cars.
Tiny cars, but tremendous downforce, colossal grip. Right, so what's it going to be?
Okay, so you have unlocked the following championship for use in free race, time trial, and multiplayer modes. DTM, so domestic, something, can't remember. Okay, so we have the main menu finally. So we have options here. Simulation modes. I'm just going to do a free race. No, let's just do time trial. And we have pretty much everything available. Okay, some are locked, but I mean, like, this game has tracks that you have never seen in other racing games. Okay, so let's just go. For this. Wait. Okay, I don't care about Ghost Car. I'm just going to do a race or two. Well, not a race, but like a lap or two. To get used to the controls. I didn't really go off track, but I just need to figure out how to take lines better and whatnot, because it's going to be important. Okay, we need to go wide into sharp and everything. Okay, the car performs a lot better than I would expect. I want to get down to like 27, maybe. How did I go off track there? Or is it the earlier corner and comes with a delay? But I think I'm getting the hang of it. It's just a matter of getting used to the graphics. So let me just restart. Also disable the ghost car. So we are trying to beat 27 seconds for now. Yeah, we aren't beating it. I need a good exit from the last corner in order to beat it. Because that little bit of the lap that you get before the first corner, like the speed on the straight, will matter quite a lot. like that. So this should be pretty fast. Okay, we cut, I believe. Okay, apparently that didn't count as cutting. I don't know how. And I just need to throw the car more, I guess. Like, it literally just can steer like crazy. So if I just throw it harder into the corners, will genuinely be fine. So there, then we brake. Lost a bit of time on the second one, but it's fine. Okay, there. I did mess up. Okay, so I want to get sub 28 for now, and we'll see afterwards. Didn't need to brake there, but oh well. I cut. Okay, that definitely was a cut. We'll need to get familiar with the track limits, honestly. Yeah, that was the fastest I've done so far. Now, okay, I have gotten the gist of it, now to just execute it. So, release, throw it in the corner, don't oversteer, brake, yeah. So, I release, throw it in the corner, don't oversteer, brake, then throw it again. So, release on the board, throw it in, I oversteered. Yeah, I need to not oversteer there. But again, I don't have a good analog controller. And I can throw this car on most corners with minimal braking required. Yeah, I didn't need to brake that hard for the last corner, but it still is pretty fast. Just need to get the last corner right, and I didn't. Unless we can make up for it. Nope. Okay, so release. I did too early. So release right on the board and immediately throw it into the corner. So on the board, the release. There, I did it too late. It will take some practice, but we have time. So release, throw it in the corner, brake. I kinda released the brakes too early. Yeah, I was trying to just something different. And it, okay, so I can't delay it even more. So just when we are side by side, The first two corners are make or break for the lap time. Just need to figure out when to step on it. There I don't even need to brake, it's just a release. Yeah. So if I'm not on the power, it has a lot of turning potential. Okay, that's as perfect as I can get the first two corners. Just slide it and then I ruined the last corner. Like, I had the perfect lap there. That definitely would have been a good time. Okay, once I get a good lap, we can actually get going with the game. Okay, there I messed up. Now, this isn't the car we will be driving in the races, most likely. Yeah, I knew I got. It is a tricky first two corners. Okay, I should have gone on power there. Release, throw it, power, brake, and power immediately. Release, throw it, on the power immediately. Then on the board, I delayed the braking too much, but it should still be pretty fast. Just barely. Just barely not sub 28. But I'll take it, like, that was good. So now I just need so we have Pro Career, so all these, and we have World Tour. Now these two are two entirely separate game modes. So let's see. So let's just go for normal difficulty because I'm not a masochist. And how this goes is basically we just go through different tiers of events, and it is just a little bit long. And we have the Pro Career, where we have to go through 177 cups. Okay, that's going to take a while, so let's just do World Tour for now. Okay, each driver completes a single time qualifying session with their quickest lap time recorded during the session being used to determine. Okay, so we do want to qualify, otherwise I assume it starts me at random. And we have two tracks, Brands Hatch Short and Silverstone National. So Renault Clio, 4th or above. Okay, we can do this. Racing Renault Clio. Club Bangelia Racing. Okay, let's go. 190 brake horsepower. More than I expected. Okay, so we have the qualifying. Now, I don't think I can just keep redoing the qualifying. Yeah. So we need to just not mess it up. So we have 10 minutes to get some qualifying done. And also learn the track, because I don't really know these tracks. Like, I know the names, but I have never raced in them because I haven't played the newer Gran Turismos. I have done some Forza, but not a ridiculous amount. Okay. Yeah, I kinda lost time. I didn't really gain an advantage there. Now I just want to see if releasing and throwing it. Okay, it does work on this. Then on the next one, I'm pretty sure I have to brake and then throw it. Then we go wide on the exit, wide here. This is just flat out. The Clio has very good steering in general. It's just seen as a weird car, like a weakling, because it doesn't have a really high horsepower. Come on, I didn't really go off track. But at least we have a good exit. Now I don't know if the fuel can actually last all these laps. Okay, if I just throw it in, I really messed up that corner, but it's fine. And we can kinda see the racing line by where the track is darker, and I'm very clearly not taking it. Okay, I didn't push the last corner just to get a qualify. Very slight release through there so we can exit sharply and wide, brake a bit into the power. Need to figure out the braking point for that because it's an uphill corner, so you slow down a bit naturally from the incline. Okay, this should be faster by just a little bit. 41.96. No, that was very slightly slower by 0.08. Okay, this went off track. Let's just see. So we can see the position, but I can restart, it seems. I won't restart for now. Hopefully it will be fine. We already have invalidated the lap, so I just want to get a maximum speed set up for the next lap. We have 6.5 minutes to get a better lap, but our tires are getting worn as we go. Okay, so hard throw it in, then I think the bridge is a good indicator. Kinda overbrake there, but it should be fine. Now, as long as I don't mess up the last corner, we should have a faster lap. Braking a little bit, then we exit wide-ish. Okay. Just need to get this corner right, so on the board, brake, then hard turn in. Use the outside. Now I don't know how penalties will work during the race. Hopefully it won't be anything too extreme. I don't think this is faster, just barely. Yeah. Now it is board. I don't know how that didn't count as off tracks. I'll have to figure out where the track limits actually are. Upon the brake, I slightly cut the corner, but doesn't seem like that counted as off limits, so it should be a faster lap. Yep. Slight improvement, but I'll take it. I just need to preserve as much speed through every corner as possible. Okay, there I overdid it, but...
Now that's a good qualification. You're on the front row. You just need to take off as fast as a bride's nightie.
I love the British accent of the dude. Okay, so... the difference is actually not that big, half a second. So it was worth going for the qualify. Okay, next session, race. Branch Hatch, short, sunny. Let's do this. I think it's a rolling start. No, standard start.
This is it. The start of the championship. It's all down to
Okay,
you.
they started faster because they weren't just throttling like I was. Now I need to not mess up the corners. And we should be fine. But if the easy, not the easy, but the medium difficulty is half a second behind me doing multiple laps, I don't want to know what the hard difficulty will have.
You're on the final lap. Stay focused.
Oh, it's only 2 laps, okay. I did more laps to qualify for it than the actual race. Interesting. Also, I think I just got that corner very well. I'm kinda proud. I just need to not get a penalty here. Just very slightly slow down, basically.
That's great driving there.
Just a brake tap. And we didn't hurt the car in any way either, so that was
Let's keep
good.
on going and go for a win.
Yeah, I think that was very good. So continue.
You got to be on the lookout for more overtaking opportunities. The corners, maybe you can get past there. Remember, your speed coming out of a corner is as important as your speed going in.
Yeah, I know, exit
And if
corner
you do
is
manage to
very
overtake,
important.
Make sure you get back at the racing line straight away. Otherwise, you'll be overtaking yourself.
Okay, so I managed to go from fighting with the second place to just getting 13 seconds by just blocking the guy in the first corner, like just sending him wide without touching, of course. The AI is pretty decent. Okay, so Silverstone, also not very familiar with this. I have seen videos of like Super GT and whatnot in Forza doing Silverstone, but never driven it myself more than like once or twice. So I don't even know the configurations for it. Okay, I think for a first attempt that went pretty well. The big straight seems to be an issue, however, because not the highest top speed. Okay, so I have to go wide Brake tap, then throw into the corner. Messed up. Okay. I want to get like 4 to 5 seconds improvement compared to this lap, so let's go for a sub 50. Okay, so let's just restart. So sub 50 seconds. Don't release. Just wait a bit and throw it in the corner. I don't need to slow down whatsoever. Then here, brake tap and throw it in the corner. Use the banking on the exit, so that's very nice. I could have not messed up the very last end bit, so that way I would have gotten some better exit speed, but it's fine. Don't think it mattered too much. So release here, yeah. Just need to practice enough. If I knew the track beforehand, it would be easier, but I don't. I have to learn the track. Just release for a second. Okay, so I do have to break that. So just need to go corner by corner, learning it, and then just pulling it off. Okay, so I think here and into power immediately. I could have gone into power sooner for better exit speed, but it's fine. But I do see that this is a lot longer, or at least feels a lot longer than the other one. Okay. I need to go on the power a lot sooner. Here, we wait for the sign and we just throw the car in the corner. Then I have to be over this side. When the sign is close to big, they brake. There's not really a good braking marker for that corner, sadly. Okay, for this I release on the board here, then turn in and going on to the power, then brake here and immediately onto the power, but I kinda messed it up. And then it's just end of the lap and gives me a good setup for the next lap, because this time we're going much faster. So can I still throw the car? Yeah, so if you do a lap first, you start with like 20 extra kilometers an hour, which can make a huge difference, so I shouldn't be restarting. So for now, let's just get a clean first few corners. Yeah. I tried seeing if I can make the corner without braking and just releasing. I know I can do it if I half accelerate instead of just step on it, but I don't trust my the analog stick to be consistent. The first corner, even at high speeds, we can just throw it in. We're just figuring out the rest. There's no braking marker for this corner here, sadly. Okay, that wasn't good. It really wasn't. I'm pretty sure we can have about 15 more exit speed on that. I did get that relatively well, I'd say. So now we can start a lap with higher speed. By a lot, actually. It's like 20 at least more speed. Okay, it didn't count as a cut. And I did get better exit speed here as well. And I just need to not mess up the next few corners. So on the sign, we just throw it in, brake, and immediately into the gas. And we are too slow to need to brake for this, so we just go into the corner. And this should be a considerable improvement. Yeah, about a second. We just keep going until I manage to get a sub 50. Or get close enough at least. Either I prioritize just steering instead of exit speed, but I think it's fine. However, exit speed on the straight seems to be the most important. Okay, so on the white sign, we just throw the car in, tiny tap on the brake, and then just full power. Is it wide? This should be another improvement, I believe. Just slightly. Yep. I need to not swerve. It loses just a little bit of speed, but it's speed that matters. Okay, this time I got a good exit here. So now I just need to not mess up, and I know I just jinxed myself by saying that. Kinda could have taken the last sweeping corner more aggressively. But I think this should be a big improvement, yeah. So we have cut down by a good second over the initial time. I just tried to preserve speed as much as possible to get a good exit. I won't be able to do that during the race if there's other cars near me. That's why I have been practicing taking the corners very sharply. I have awful exit there. It probably is also an improvement. No, just barely not. But I think I have gotten the hang of it. Just need to keep driving to get... I just want one more improvement. Yeah, wheel kinda spinned there. So... 0.69. I was looking for a plus 420, but oh well. So we have some good pace. Now I think it is, yeah, 2 laps. I was just trying to time it and I messed it up. Oh well. So first corner, we just throw it in. And I just want the slipstream. I really hate triangle button being the camera switch because it shows to fat finger when trying to press brake. Of big fingers.
Going off the track with that ain't could be a tire.
Okay, I'm just going to restart it to try and get a clean race because I messed pretty much everything up. Now they have a better launch than me, so I was trying to get a better launch earlier and just couldn't. But to get a better launch, what you have to do is basically just time it. Okay, I couldn't prioritize exit speed there. Also, we see the front is kinda butchered. But now I just need to not mess up the corners here and we can just break away. So throw it in, brake, then just full blast, and we did open up the gap, broke the toe, and we can just go zooming off. Now the car did take some damage, but it doesn't matter.
Great driving so far.
Great driving, I literally crashed into the guy because he was being too slow. Over. Does that count as a cut? Actually not. So I could have done that. I was just afraid of doing that and invalidating the qualify. But if that doesn't count as a cut, we can use it in a later race, maybe. You can't try to be too aggressive.
But keep going like this, and they won't be able to catch you.
Kinda tried being too aggressive and it didn't pay out. We almost lost control and crashed. Anyways, we win.
You through. You've come a long way.
We'll continue.
At last. This is what I've been waiting for. You finally get your arse in gear. Well done, son.
Okay, so 10 and a half seconds, no, 10 and a third seconds ahead. 48 points. And what was even the point of the point system? Oh well. So Autosport Clio Cup, nice driving. So that's the first cup done. We only have, what? 11 more, no, 15, no, 32 tiers to go. Only 3%. Okay, so we can either go to the next tier, or we can just finish this current tier, so 3 laps is for qualify. Okay, so this is important. We only get 3 laps this time instead of just 10 minutes. Then we have Oulton Park Foster's circuit and Brands Hatch. Okay, the same one that we had earlier. But we have a new circuit already. Okay, 150 brake horsepower, but a ton of downforce. Let's qualify. Because the downforce is so high, I think I can just push the car a lot. So I just need to learn this car now. It's not just learning the tracks, it's learning the cars. Okay, so I can't just throw it there. I'm going to try slowing down a bit without braking this time. So on the board, we avoid the bumpiness. We kinda went airborne there. Yeah, it is nice getting to race in tracks that I have never done before in racing games. In this game, like half the tracks are just exclusive to this series. Like they have never been shown in other series. I messed up right at the end. Is a sad. Okay, so release just to avoid the bumps. Now the engine sound on this one is a little bit irritating, but that's just how these cars are. Sounds like a very angry fly in your room. I steered right over the bump, so my input just got greatly strengthened. Most of the track is just flat out, from the looks of it. How was that off track? Like it was just the 1 pixel of grass right after that thing that is meant, like this thing, meant to just exit corners better or take them more sharply. Like there's a patch of grass there and I touched it basically. And touching it just completely invalidates the lap. It's not worth it to keep going, and it doesn't serve as practice either because it will not get me used to how the car will be after taking the corner normally. There I just forgot to steer because I was talking. Oh. So release for... I released, but then I steered too quickly. Hate bumps in low cars. Like, it's supposed to have a ton of downforce, so where is the downforce if every little bump in the road is just making it bounce like crazy? It reminds me of Circuit de la Start in Gran Turismo 4, where it's just bumpy for no reason on the straight. So if you go with a low car, you'll just scrape the ground and turn sideways like 90 degrees. Just 3 laps of practice, just need to not mess it up. So we release there, get a nice exit. The rest little while is flat out, and then I need to brake on the boards to the left. This is another thing that these cars do. A ridiculous oversteer at low gears. Like they are very picky until the engine actually gets going in the higher gears. They just control awfully, like insane wheel spin and whatnot. They are meant to go slow. Okay, this is where we messed up last time, but I think I did it fine this time, so just need brake there. The starting line is right over here, and I mess up right at the very end. Lovely. I was just trying to see if I can cut and make the game not realize I was cutting, but I guess I did it kinda badly. Okay, it seems like I kinda have to use the bumps to make me turn faster. But it will take a fair bit of practice. I might just give up and come back to this later. Because I really hate how this car controls now. Same corner, let's not butcher it. So, brake early. Yeah, almost flew off. This will be slow, but at least it will count as qualify. Better than nothing. Now we just need to improve on that. Look that much better. This should be flat out, but I released just because I was scared I was going to fly off. Then here I do have to brake. To avoid that. Is that gaining advantage though? Lovely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back just to get a good setup for the third lap. I do the exact same thing again. Okay, I'm just going to restart. It's just going to get like 52. Like that should be good enough. Imagine. It seems that in the races they go far slower, like the AI. As long as I get 52, I think we'll be fine. Always just overtake one or two. And we just need to win in points. Almost went off track. I had to double brake and also release. I just need to not mess this up. It looks like it should be flat out, but there's bumps which just screw you over. Of course. Okay, so what? Like I'm still oversteering from when I touched the grass before. Okay, so I'm just going to go over here. I'm used to having triangle as go back in racing games on the PS2. So it's just awkward. Also, I don't know what that sound there is, like a scraping sound. Okay, all that setup for nothing. Lovely. I'm just going to throw, like hard throw the car in the corner as it goes over a bump. Like that. to force the car to steer more than it normally should. Then flat out. I'm going to try the next one flat out. Actually, no, I will just release it this time instead of braking and see how that goes. So release here. Yeah, that's the thing I was trying to avoid. And hello there, Grenada. How are you today? I'm just suffering here, trying to get this car through some corners without it flying off the track or just oversteering. I'm alright. Better than yesterday for sure. And hopefully I can use that as a way to focus better, not having to go like yesterday I was very distracted, I'd say, and I was doing some pretty tough hunts while also trying to learn a weapon. So not the best way to learn gun lance, but it worked out in the end. Still haven't made a set for it. And this is what I'm trying to avoid. That somehow did not... Oh, okay. I was like, shouldn't that have been off track? And then it actually gives me the notification like 20 seconds late. Okay, that somehow worked. Not even sure how I did that. I was trying to get the grass, like one tire on the grass, just to rotate more, so that I wouldn't have to release. And then just magic happened, I guess. I don't even know how I managed to pull it off without sliding out. Now this is a game from 2006 that is very heavy on the sim elements of racing. So it is even more of a racing sim than Gran Turismo by a mile. Okay. So 54. I'm looking for 52 maybe. We have 3 laps to qualify. And this is off track. Oh, somehow not. Earlier that counted as off track, so I don't know what's wrong with the judges, but oh well. And again, I'm also simulcasting this, as in both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, if you saw. Seems like the plugin I found for OBS is just a godsend, honestly, if you want simulcast. Didn't even know it existed, I just wanted to simulcast for a while now. But I thought you just had to go for some of the paid options. Yeah, you should tell me how it works, but checking the... Okay, I'm not going to restart, I'm just going to retire from qualify. Hopefully... Okay, so we are first. And that was a completely butchered lap. So now we have the proper race. It is 2 laps, a rolling start.
The Global GT Live is a national racing championship, ideally suited to those drivers hoping to move into GT racing. The core of the GT Lights car is a purpose-built racing chassis.
Now just need to not make any mistakes here. This is the actual race. So we have to get it just right. And as I say that happens.
Here we go. We need good results from this championship. I'm counting on you.
So we have a bunch of tiers to go through, 32 tiers apparently, with different championships. I don't know why my engine was just stalling there. I don't know if you could hear it, but like the engine sound stopped and I lost power. I don't know what that was about. But in this game, basically everything can be damaged, as in your gearbox, your engine, even your steering wheel, if you hard steer too much.
You've got a nice little lead there. Just make sure you keep it.
Okay. Almost spun out, but just corrected it.
Final lap. Keep going.
Just braking a bit to make sure nothing goes wrong. Now, braking on the line. Then, as soon as we are up top, we just go on power again. I think I've gotten the gist of it, just the execution needs some work. And then we have one more race, and that will be the championship. Okay, so here it's very easy to fly out into the grass, so I'm trying to minimize how much I need to slow down, however. There I slowed down a lot to prevent any oversteer, and we win the race.
You're going to do it if you keep cool, so keep cool.
Lap record. You've only gone and broken the lap record. Come here, I want to kiss you.
We have the British dude, our mechanic. He's the guy who keeps talking, basically. Okay, qualifying. Now we have driven this track already. We did it earlier with the other car, the Renault Clio. First corner, we could just throw it in, so it's very similar, it seems. The next corner, just need to figure out the braking point. Then this is all flat out until the final corner. Here we brake. On a track that isn't bumpy, this car does fine. On the other track, it just didn't do fine. Okay, so I want to cut this by a second if possible, so sub 40. So brake here. Onto the power immediately. Actually make use of the wheel spin and the oversteer to turn more. I think this should be a good improvement already. Now if I go full to the right, it will be slightly faster. Yeah, okay, that was a huge improvement. Okay, I think this is good enough, like sub 40 should be faster, yeah. So second place is just over 40, so we should be just fine here. Is it a rolling start? Yep. That was just a qualify. This is the actual race. You throw the first corner, like you just throw the car in, then before the sign, and get on the power immediately. I kinda shouldn't have gone onto the power that quickly, but we'll get there. Just slowly learning the cars. Each car does control differently, and it does try to simulate how they control in real life as well. Yeah. Also, this game had these massive grids, like you see 20 cars driving, which was kind of nuts back in the day. Gran Turismo was just stuck at only having, what, 6 cars? So you and 5 others. And this this game just comes with 20 cars on the grid. Which is kinda nuts if you think about it, because they all behave differently.
You're out in front. Keep going.
But it's to simulate real life races. Like the Formula GT and whatnot.
Final lap. They're way out in front.
Okay,
Just
so
keep
this is
going.
just a matter of getting a clean lap here. And as I say that, I mess it up. I want a clean lap. I won't stand for a dirty lap. So the entire race is 2 laps, so I just need to not mess up for 2 laps, that's all. But knowing myself, I'll definitely mess up somewhere. Even if I'm starting to get used to the game. Now I have disabled half of the simulation mechanics of the game just to make it
Your tires are now at the optimum temperature.
easier on me. So I have disabled some of the damage mechanics. The car still will get damaged if I'm not careful. But not to the point where I'll just have to forfeit the race. I should avoid those red and white thingies. Like, definitely should avoid. Even in other racing games, they make low cars like this. These cars just do not have suspension. Or if they do, it's just very rudimentary. Like extremely basic suspension. Because they are meant for big flat tracks for the most part. They aren't meant to go over bumps. So actually going on a bump will just make the car fly out.
They're on your tail. Keep pushing.
Yeah, they are on my tail, totally. Totally on my tail. It's like they're so far, I can barely see them. Okay, managed to correct it. No penalty for driving off track, even if it was very slight. Okay. And now I just need to get the last corner safely. I don't need to go too quickly or anything. And that's 2 relatively clean laps, I'd say. But they are totally on my tail. Just a pixel off in the distance.
First place. Now that is what I call racing. Fantastic.
And that was our mechanic. So 60 points just obliterated the event. So impressive, you achieved your goal in the Global GT Lights Championship, so light GT cars. Okay, so we have completed both championships in the first tier, so then we have tier 2, 3, 4, all the way to 32. So far we have done 3% progress. Okay, so which one do I do next? Class B 4WD Track Challenge, so like Subarus and whatnot, or MG Team Rally Shield, which is just weaker cars. Okay, so this is a rally, which I assume is going to be off-road. There is no qualify. 10 drivers off-road with... Okay, so this is just one race, but I want to see how the off-road is in this game.
MGZR, lovely job. Front wheel drive, so don't turn into a skid. Use your handbrake and throttle at the same time so as you can claw your way around the corners. Here, get cracking.
Okay, so I need to be handbraking apparently. Front wheel cars just swing the butt a lot, and this is going to be off-road, so it's going to swing even worse. So this is going to probably be awful. Until I get used to it.
And 3 left, into 3 left. Long 4 right.
Okay, it invalidates, or we get a penalty, but I just want to keep going.
4 left.
Okay, the game seems to lag, like
Into long
stutter
4
a lot
right,
here.
tightens.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is switch it back to hardware mode temporarily, which should perform better. So now this should be set to hardware mode on the emulator. So graphics will be a little bit different,
Into 3 left.
but at the same time,
Long 4 right.
no stutter.
And 4 left.
Sorry for the big
Long 4 right,
block
tightens.
there. Maybe if I restart, nope. Okay, we'll just have to not get distracted by the
And
box, I
3
guess.
left. Into 3 left. Long 4 right. And 4 left. Into long 4 right, tightens.
Hopefully we won't have
Very
any
long 4 left.
bumps or chicanes going through here, because I don't trust this car so far.
3 right. 3 left. And 4 right. 50k, 1 right. Four
Let's
left.
pronounce it
And
properly,
5
my
right.
dude.
And 4 left.
I can't tell
5 right.
what he's saying half the time.
35 left over jump into 4 right.
He's saying it in degrees,
Long 5 left. And 5 right.
which just throws me off.
Into K 5 left over big jump.
I'm used to the assistants just pronouncing things
And very long
differently
6 right.
because of the WRC games. Okay, so I'm going to switch it back to software mode, and it will be laggier, but no distracting box.
And 3 left. Into 3 left. Long 4 right.
Okay, with the lag it's kinda awkward.
And 4 left. Into long 4
I
right.
might
tightens.
need to switch the renderer to DirectX 9 maybe. I have to use software mode. I can't use OpenGL, I can't use hardware. It has to be software mode
It's a very long 4 left.
in the graphic settings of the emulator. because otherwise the menus don't render. So we have that issue.
3 right. 3 left. And 4 right.
Now instead of using the handbrake,
Here, 1 right.
I'm instead just
4 left.
throttling better.
Here, 5 right. And 4 left. 5 right. 35 left over jump into 4 right.
We lost time. Okay, so let me just see. So emulator settings, plugin. If I go for okay, I'm going to try OpenGL real quick. And see how this works.
And 3
So I
left.
switched the render of the game to OpenGL software
Long
instead
4
of
right.
Direct 3D.
And 4 left.
Now OpenGL does not do that good with emulation. Like it's a good template for programs, but it's not a good renderer when emulating things.
It's a very long 4 left.
But it should be running smoother now. I will switch it back right after this race.
3 left. And 4 right.
And you can see the damage
Here, 1 right.
on the car. Like my backlight is busted up, the shield, like the windshield
And 4 left.
and the back panel are all just busted up.
5 right.
This game has proper
35 left over jump into 4 right.
damage models on basically
And
everything,
5 right.
including the interiors.
Here, 5 left over big jump.
You can have your doors falling off
Jump and
if,
jump into 4
if
left.
careless. Just think of it the same as the new WRC game, but
And very long 6 right.
actually good.
And jump into 5 left.
The new WRC game, I do want to try it out, but the performance on it is just awful. I tried it off stream and it barely ran without stutters. Like it would just stutter constantly. So for a very expensive game, I just don't think it's worth it.
Into long 4 left. Into long 3 right.
But I love tracks like
Into long
this,
3 left.
where you have both a road, like concrete or asphalt,
Long 3 right.
and off-road in the same track. Like these tracks are my favorite in racing games. Out of all the tracks, I'd say these are easily my favorite.
And turn 3 left.
Especially long ones. Like the longer the better. Come on.
76 right.
Just
and
couldn't
turn 2
avoid that
left,
wall.
check side.
Okay, you definitely aren't getting first, so I might just
Into
redo the
very
event.
long 5 right opens. 5 left. Into long 5 right over finish. 50 to stop.
Okay.
What's happening out there? What are you playing at? You could call that racing, son. My granny can drive quicker than that.
Okay, so what did we get? Just barely. So we needed to get at least 4th. Okay, restart points. Okay, so let's just try again. Just need to be 6 seconds faster. Now, if I didn't have the stutter to distract me, or the graphical issues, or a completely incompetent assist, like the assistant dude is just useless.
Right. And 4 left. Into long 4 right.
So
tighten.
I'm just ignoring him because, if anything, he just makes things worse. I'm not even joking. He's just distracting me.
And 3 left. Into 3 left.
Like, 3 left, thank
Long
you.
4 right.
I'm totally going to be able to tell what you mean by that. Like, do you mean 3 degrees? Definitely not. 3 o'clock? Maybe? Like, I don't even know why he's just saying things that way.
Into very long 4 left.
Right after this, I'll just boot up a different game for just a second to show how they are supposed to say things in a way that actually helps.
And 4 right.
Okay, we have the big turn here.
1 right.
I was worried that I'd hit the wall to the right,
And K.
so I
5
overbrake,
right. And 4 left.
but then I just so that I didn't I didn't need to go out of my way to do it.
35 left over jump. Into 4 right. Long 5 left. And 5 right.
And in the first section, I'm definitely faster than the AI, as we can see on the side. But then I lose like 4 seconds because of that stupid jump.
And very long 6 right.
Because this car is FR, no, it's FF. So it has the engine on the front, which is fine and all, but if it jumps up, it means the front is way heavier, so it comes down first.
5 left.
So any jumps are just awful for this.
Into 4 right. Tightens to 3. Into long 4 left. Into long 3 right.
I just need to
Into long 3
come
left.
in at least 4th. That's basically it. I'm constantly fighting the
Into
oversteer,
long 3 right.
just counter steering left and right to fight off counter steer whenever it happens.
And turn 3 left.
Okay, one more section and then we are done. This time I didn't crash that wall,
76
got
right
close to
and
crashing
turn
it,
2 left. Ditch outside.
but thankfully didn't crash it.
Into very long 5 right. Opens. Into 5 left.
Okay, and finish.
Into too long, 5 right over finish, 50 to stop.
Just barely got first, 0.39. And then we have the British dude again. And I just need to switch the graphic settings back to what I normally have them. And then software mode. So now we are back to how I had them. But yeah, 0.39. If I don't majorly mess up, we can just do it. Okay, MG Team Rally Shield. Oh, so now we can use it in free mode, where you just drive however you want. Okay, so we can either go to the next tier of things. Ooh, off-road buggy nationals. I wonder what nationals they are. But I think I'm just going to go do the 4WDs. Okay. So this championship is a multi-class event and okay, so there will be 2 classes of cars on the track at the same time. I have legitimately never driven this mode before, even if it is in Forza. So basically, if you're in the slow class, you just make way for the faster ones. If you're in the fast class, you just book it and just hope the slower class doesn't get in your way. So class A and class B. So yeah, LAN Evo 4 is unironically better than LAN Evo 5, so why is it class B? Okay, so we have 4 vehicles to pick from. We have Laguna Seca, one of my most hated circuits because of the corkscrew, and Nürburgring GP. So that one I have rarely ever driven, because I just love the 24-hour version, or the Nordschleife version. Okay, qualifying 3 timed laps. So which car do we go for? Oh wait, it doesn't let us. So we have to go for LAN Evo 4. So big class. So let's qualify. Now it is Laguna Seca, so it is a track I know for the most part. So far we haven't driven on tracks that show up in other games. This is the first one. So this is, you go wide on the power and then get it tight immediately right after. It's a double turn. You take it at the same time, pretty much. So you do one setup for both. Okay, this car just doesn't turn. Noted. I don't know why, but this just refused to turn. I'm not even joking. I'm hard steering sometimes and it just doesn't rotate. Yeah, compared to every other car we've driven so far, this is awful. But if I just get one lap, I'll just do the race after. So, second cone. Yeah, if I'm on the power, it just doesn't steer at all. So I have to just let go of the power and also not touch the sand. Now, if I can't get a good lap with this, I'm just going to come back later and do the other championships that we have unlocked. Yeah, if it's accelerating, the steering inputs feel like they are only a third of what they should be. Like, once it hits gear 3, it just doesn't turn. Lovely. So I have to be dropping down to second gear to take the corners, then rely on the acceleration, which I kinda don't feel like doing. Now this is why I hate Laguna Seca. So you have an uphill with a blind corner essentially. So it's a double corner even. Don't invalidate the lap, come on. Good. So it's a double corner, a corkscrew, that is banked, sloped, and blind at the same time. And then you have a very stupid, just brake. Just whoever has the best brakes wins kind of corner. Just a gear 1 corner in a high-speed track because they thought that was genius. Now this is a track owned by Mazda, most commonly used to run tests on Mazda cars, but I wish it just stayed as a test course instead of being added in almost every racing game there is. Because I'm sick and tired of racing in this. Just not fun at all. Anyways, I just need to not mess up the next corner or two. And we just have one sweeping corner here, if you can even call it a corner. Come on. I knew that would happen, but I still tried it. Okay, I'm doing one lap, trying to get a clean qualify. If I don't, then we do some other event with better cars. I have gotten used to how this car controls, but compared to how it controls in Gran Turismo 4, it's just night and day. This feels ultra sluggish here. When Lanivos are just famous for just being godly tier handling. Lanivo 3 and 7 are by far some of the best handling cars ever made in the 4WD category, like 4-wheel drives. Okay, we have the corkscrew, just need to not mess it up, so brake here, then. I thought I could just sweep in, but no, I'm just not even going to bother. So let's just do the tier 3 stuff. So we have Formula 1000s. I think I'm just going to go for this, because these at least steer properly. Now, we have 3-timed qualifies, 3-timed laps, Donington National Circuit, and Silverstone. Okay. J1000. Really cool car. These cars have ridiculous downforce, by the way. Formula 1000 is where Formula drivers just make their debuts, or same for Formula 3 and 4 before they move up to 2 and 1. So these cars have insane downforce but terrible suspension. So you need to just be careful to not touch the bankings on corners. You can see how much it turns because of the downforce. Had to overbrake there, but it's fine. Wait, is this the track from the very start of the game? I think it might be. Come on. I thought it didn't invalidate the lap. Oh, well, we are at the end of the lap, so no point in just restarting. Okay, so we have a double corner. That's what I wanted to see. And so we were almost at the end of the lap. I just wanted to see how the last corner looks like. Should not have released, actually. Should have just braked and kept the finger on the gas. Because these cars have insane turning ability, like I said, but they only have that ability while you are just accelerating. So if you don't go on the power very quickly, then it becomes an issue. So like that, you brake, then go on the power, or you brake and go on the power at the same time. Late. So I need a wider setup, brake, and then power. We can do this, I think. And look, just decided to not register the input. I don't know what happened, like literally. I pressed to steer and like it's the analog stick. So I tried to steer and just didn't register it at all. I have no idea what happened. Okay. For the first corner, I just need to find the optimal setup. I'm trying to pay attention to my speed as I'm taking the corner and like when I should brake. Okay, so it should be after the sign on the left, I believe. That I should just release, brake. Okay, so here, and then right onto the power. So like a release for a split second to brake, so you don't spin. There I did it badly, but just didn't feel like invalidating the lap. And then I go and invalidate the lap. Okay. This will take a while. If I don't qualify, I assume I start dead last in a grid of like 20 cars. So just fighting through the traffic in 2 laps is going to be impossible. Especially because they just body block you a lot. Okay, surprised that didn't count as off track. Had to brake a little bit hard. I'm only getting one lap in, and we'll just figure out the rest during the race. As long as I don't mess up the very last part, we should be fine. So it's a double corner. I think it is here that I brake. Okay, I'm going to do just one more to make sure I have the lap down. If it invalidates or if it's slower, I still will just go into the race. Okay. I'm just going to do the race and hope we don't mess it up. 12 spot. Okay. 3 laps to get first. This is going to be awful.
Okay, in this race, there's the top 3 and there's Loser Town. And we don't like Loser Town.
Are you I hate when that happens, like, because the wheels stick out, it's so much easier to get glued to each other.
Okay, you know the name of this game. Have fun, score high, and don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, I already have done the stupid thing many times. Just was saying that. Okay, let's just see the other championships then. So, muscle cars. Qualifying 3 timed laps, garage start, Gateway International Road, Norris Ring, and Nashville. Okay, I think Nashville is just meant for NASCAR normally. And yeah, you kinda have to start in front. That's why I'm taking so much effort to qualify in front. Because things will just body block you. Trying to fight through 10 or even 20 cars in traffic is just awful. Okay, I remember this track from Forza. It's a NASCAR track, like half of it. As in just big sweeping, not really corners, but like big sweeps. Okay. So it does control like it should control real life, which means it understeers like freaking crazy. So I need to just over brake myself like crazy as well to make up for the difference. So it is... What car is this? Okay, so I have to brake here to even take the corner. And it's not even a tight corner, mind you. It's just... But this... Yeah. That. This car has terrible handling. Like most muscle cars. Very few muscle cars have decent handling, in my opinion. Like in general, like talking real life as well. Like I think other than things like the Ford GT, like the good one from like 2001 through 2005, there's basically no muscle car that has decent handling. Like you have the, at least the American ones, because you have, for example, the Buick. You have it in Gran Turismo as well, and the Buick is just famous for controlling so bad that you are better off not using it. Because sure, it reaches ridiculous horsepower with upgrades and everything, but at the same time, it just doesn't steer. Now, they could have given me a slightly better car for this. But I guess we have to just work with what we got. Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do is try out the other game mode, which is the Pro Career. So we have Classics, GT, Oval. And we have 177 cups here to do. Third or above, no qualify. UK rally, UK rally. Okay, so we have 3 rally, so off-roads. This is going to be painful, just saying so. We have some options for cars. Alpine 110. No, we don't have options apparently. It's all the same, it's just different teams. Okay, let's just go for this. Wait. Difficulty. We can do custom. I'll just do a custom, very easy one. Just to practice. Because we will have issues with the terrible assist guys. And if I time it right, we can get a much better launch. Oh, so we don't have the assist guy, nice. Oh, now I can just dive peacefully. For the most part. If I don't mess things up. Sadly, in the rally tracks, you don't get a mini-map, it seems, to show you how far into it you are and what comes. I wasn't pressing to turn there. The car just turned by itself. And again, I keep pressing triangle, which in this game is camera switch, the camera view. But in most other games, it is to just drive backwards. Anyways, I'm going to just put up a different game for just a little bit to show something. So let me just boot up. Oh wait, first I need the game itself. Just need to move it to the correct folder. But I'm just going to show how a racing assist driver should be helping you out. Simulators. Just going to switch to PSP real quick. And just going to show how they are supposed to actually say things. And I'm very specific about this because it really bothers me when they pronounce things in weird ways. Now, this game is one of my favorite racing games. Like, easily consider it one of the best racing games ever made. Despite not actually being very deep or complex. Okay, so let me just go time trial real quick. Subaru. Let's go Solberg. And then I'm just going to go for the Japan one. Which is what I said earlier. I love off-road.
Medium right into very hard left.
Okay, so
Caution inside.
you can hear medium right,
Long easy left.
long,
Rest into
easy,
hard right,
etc.
hard left.
This is how they are supposed to actually pronounce the corners, not 3 left, 5 right. Just weird. Sometimes saying 90 degrees or sometimes saying 5 or sometimes saying this o'clock, etc. Like, just have consistency. There are certain rules. Now I'm playing terribly here.
Junction left into straight.
Because I'm used to the controls of the other one, where everything controls very sluggishly.
Left. Caution outside and junction left. Easy right and left.
I have done a complete playthrough of this, by the way, of this game, many years back.
Easy right. Road narrows.
So I might just redo it. A really good game, honestly.
Very hard right.
But on emulator, there are some glitches.
Straight over crest. Long medium right into hard left and medium right tightens into junction right.
And one negative about this game is that there aren't that many car options. Like, you have brands and then you have spec. Basically, this is what I want to show, just how it's meant to be pronounced, like medium, hard, etc., right, left, and whatnot. Alright. So, what do we have in GT? We have this. GT Lite. Oh, we have some interesting ones. So Donington, which is the awful bumpy one. Motor Park, Ossersleben. Oran Park, North Circuit, Eastern Creek, then Branch Hatch, Castle Combe. That looks interesting. Gateway International Road, Sundown International Motor, Alton Park. Oh, never mind. This is the bumpy one. Silverstone and Barbagallo. Unless it's Barbagallo. I don't even know what country it's from. So we have qualify 6th or above. Okay, let's do this. Normal difficulty, 3 laps. And now, let's just disable these. Make myself. Nah, I will actually disable them. Just to enjoy it more. Okay, so we have qualify here. Now, we drove this car earlier. It was on this circuit as well. Oh wait, not this circuit. This is the circuit we drove on the 1001. That I just gave up on. Okay, I just want one clean lap, set a qualify, And then we're going to do the races, because we have a lot of races to go through. Now this car controls so much better than the Formula 1000, even if it's slightly slower. And I do mean slightly, like 2 or 3 kilometers per hour slower, which is nothing honestly. Just need to figure out when to brake, honestly, for the most part. We were literally at the end, like it was just the straight and then a double corner, that's it. Okay, same turning ability because of the insane downforce that this has. And just throw it in the corners. Okay, I took that a bit too safely. I can definitely go faster on it. And here, this is where we slid out. It's just one straight into a double corner, that's pretty much it. And we messed up right at the end. Almost spun out. I will do another lap. Being able to cut is so nice. Like no penalty for cutting. I don't know if the AI will cut, however, when we disable it. I can just imagine a game where the AI cuts because you are allowed to cut as well. Like that would be fun. But I don't think it's been done before for whatever reason. Even though cheating AI is nothing new. Like you have rubber banding in most racing games, after all, which is already just the AI cheating. I really messed up the braking. Like, it didn't fully register the braking input of the corner. Okay, let's just... not retire. Wait, oh, I have to finish 3 laps. I have to actually finish the 3 laps. Maybe. I don't know what happened there. Oh. Just need to just keep going and do 3 laps, I guess. But if I get the clean first lap, I will see if maybe we can just skip the other 2, because I don't want to do 3 laps now when the race itself will also be 3 laps. And I'm totally not cutting here, taking just the full intended line. Now, after this championship, I will stop with this game But we might do some other game afterwards because I do have time and it is a Sunday. So do I do Monster Hunter after this? I don't really know. I do want to maybe do some Monster Hunter, but also don't really care too much about doing Monster Hunter today. Maybe I'll continue the Soul Silver randomizer. Okay, this qualifying is like 3 seconds slower than the other one I did earlier. So I need to get a proper one this time. But yeah, I might try to finish the Soul Silver randomizer. I did it not that long ago, but just didn't get to finish it. Like we are right before finishing. I think I beat Claire, but then I was just tired, so I had to end it. So it's just going to the league and then doing Kanto. But it just ended up being easy for the most part. So I quickly lost interest. Even though we might end up finding some good challenge eventually if we keep going. So I could do that. I do want to finish it sometime. Same for the Angel of Darkness playthrough. But I just don't know, honestly. Can I not mess up like 15 seconds before the end? I just want to one clean lap, that's it. One clean lap that is 107 maybe. Hate low cars. Like they are cool in concept, but in handling against bumps or grass, nope. That's why I like four-wheel drives. I just tried to see if I can even cut that, but I just like four-wheel drives because they are always planted. Like they don't go flying or anything. You have your grip, you have your body weight. It's why GTRs are some of the best cars in my opinion. Like Skyline. And that goes for racing games as well, of course. The thing, like the blue-white thing, literally pulled me into the grass. Because this car doesn't have a real suspension. I was saying this earlier, but these cars just lack suspension. They do have a very basic one, but it's not meant for anything more than like 1 or 2 centimeters of height difference. You go over that and you just go flying. I need to be avoiding the I really don't know what to call that. I was too distracted talking that I wasn't paying attention to the road. Okay, this is taking way longer than I expected, and we are still in the first race, mind you. And there's like 7 races in the championship. So I need to just speed up already. Just play seriously for once. Hopefully get a good fight. Okay. Just barely managed to save it there. It's going something like 1 minute 8 seconds if possible, but I don't think we'll get it. Oh, we actually got it. So 105, I'll take it. Okay, we are 1 second behind, but it should be fine. This is the actual race now, so 3 laps. I don't care about the slipstream, I just want to get into the corner fast. Okay, this was just a Forza moment where he kinda steered me the opposite direction because of just touching. But we touched each other and he steered me. Opposite of where I was actually steering. Okay, 2 more to overtake. Should be easily doable if I don't mess up any corners. Like slipstream on these cars is ridiculously strong. So if I manage to get in the toe, I can really catch up. We just need 2 clean laps and we easily have it. Okay, I did faster than the qualify. Yeah, they are really far. If I had the toe, it would be fine, but I don't. Then my car just decides to understeer. Okay, I'm going into slipstream just a bit until the corner. That was on me. It just... I fat fingered the button basically and brake and accelerated it in the wrong way. So I need to outbrake everyone. How did that guy just magically speed up so much? He should be going wide. He was 4th place. It was this guy that crashed into me, not the guy in front. I just need to get either 2nd or 3rd by the first corner, essentially, which is tricky. I could go back and qualify, but I don't want to. Okay. This time I didn't mess it up. Now I just need to outbrake the leader. And he's just slowing down for some reason. Like, he just slows down on a straight and then it all goes bad. Okay, I needed to brake just a little bit more. But I do have a relatively clean overtake setup going. Because I'm starting on the right. So brake, into gas, and then I oversteer. That would have been perfect had it not been for the oversteer. Basically just need to go as in the corner as possible, brake, then accelerate like that. And now it's just a matter of not messing it up. My wheels just locked. I was trying to steer out of the way, but because I touched the grass, I couldn't. Oh well, we'll just get it eventually. I think I have gotten the hang of the setup, the start. Little bit off, just a little bit off. I'll get it eventually, and then we can move on to other tracks. That was clean. 4 positions in one corner. It's just a matter of me not messing up any of the corners, and we should be able to break away. Are you fucking kidding me? I did press to brake, it just didn't press it, like the game didn't read it quickly enough. I don't know if it was because the car was kind of airborne for a second right before the braking or whatever, but okay, do I just give up on this because it's so annoying having to go for the perfect quadruple overtake on one corner? Like that every single time, and if I mess it up I have to just restart. I could try to do a different event maybe. I don't know. I'll keep going for now, and hopefully it goes well. Don't suck me into the grass. That guy literally just manifested behind me. Like, I'm not even joking, he just... I'm pretty sure he just teleported behind me. Now, do not crash into me. I have to just brake early. Get that very well. And 2 more laps. Okay, this is the fastest lap I've done so far. 107.6. And that was with having to just fight through traffic and play defense. I'm definitely improving at this. Almost messed up the corner there. Okay, let's play some other game. Let's just give up. I already knew this would be painful. Okay, so... Oh, this might be fun. National Dirt Raceway. National Dirt Raceway, so it's just different configuration. WSC Sprint Car. Pre-practice sessions are allowed before each event. Then limited timed qualifying session and a rolling start. Okay. This is going to be fun. I already know that there's going to be contact, so I'm disabling that. Let's go. This is probably going to be fun. So practice. Like, just look at how funky this car looks. And if you are curious about the spoiler, it's because it's a circle track. So you want max directional downforce, because you are constantly just steering. So the car is always by itself turning to the side. So I have to literally turn it away from the corner. Here I'm not turning at all. Now I have to turn. But literally not turning. Okay, I'll just try. Okay, I'll let it go straight here. I'm not pressing anything and it's just steering. So of the spoiler, I have driven this type of car before. They are very fun, but it is annoying having to counter steer constantly on straights. And it is fast, like 210, 220. The one I drove, like real life, went only like 170, 180. So you have the natural steering from the banked corner, and then you have the car wanting to steer on its own. This is fun. So I just need to figure out which line I should be taking. I think we need to go high east on the corners. No, maybe around here in height. Yeah, this car is just beautiful. It's not the exact car I drove real life. The one I drove was more of a custom build. But yeah, like giant wheels in the back, tiny wheels in front with just honestly just straight up fucked up spoiler wing. But it looks amazing. Like this car, you can't even call it a car, it's just beautiful. Also, I might have to end the stream actually. And I was just starting to enjoy it. It's just that someone, like my mother brought over someone, and the entire place just reeks of cigar smoke now, and I really can't stand it. Like it really suffocates me. So I can't keep going. I will need to go air out my room and everything. Like this is just... I might stream later in the day. Okay, so Probably will do Monster Hunter. I will just make a Gunland set next stream. So we are going to end it here. Seriously, like I hate second-hand smoking. Like I can't stand the smell of smoke. Anyways, just ending it here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you either later for Monster Hunter or tomorrow. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. However, just join the Discord.